Hello everyone, I'm GCROCK, and in this video today I'm doing like a beginner's guide to new Destiny 2 players in 2022. This game has changed a hell of a lot since its release. I'm a new player myself. I'm currently going through it. I've been currently going through it for a year now. And one thing that stands out is the game is really vast. There's a lot going on in it, and people can easily become overwhelmed. So this video guide today is a very simple beginner's guide that I'm hoping is going to help people like myself that are a little bit overwhelmed, just to give you some hints and tips on exactly what you should be aiming for and what your goals should be as such. So if you're a current Destiny player, this video might not be that very helpful. It is for fresh players. However, one of the top tips in this video is to join the Destiny 2 community, and we do have one of those. So if you are a veteran player or if you're a new player, do come and join a Destiny community. We opened it up very recently. It was part of a main one beforehand, but we've separated it now. The link is down in the video description. Come and check it out. Also, like and share this video today. I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe if you're new here. I've got a lot of Destiny 2 content planned as I go through this game myself and get better at it. So this is the beginner's guide to Destiny 2 in 2022. Let's get straight into it. So I recently started a new character on Destiny 2. I originally started with a hunter. I haven't played the game for a long time. We came back, we started a warlock. And one thing I noticed was the game has changed a lot. So if you're a new player to the game in 2022, there's not actually a lot to get you going with. The game is still free, but they have cancelled so many campaigns. When I started my hunter last year, I think I had a Red War campaign. I think there's another early campaign. There was a lot to do, and we went through a couple of campaigns. We bought the DLCs. There's even more campaigns, and there was a ton to do. But since last year, they have removed some of them, and when you start now, you've got a nice, easy introduction to the game. A couple of objectives. These are going to unlock your special abilities, like your solar, your void, and your arc. And it's a lot more simpler. So as a new player, just crack on with these quests. You're going to get to the tower. You're going to unlock a few activities and whatnot. And that's the first task to do. And if you are a returning player to Destiny 2 in 2022, you're basically just going to be continuing from wherever you left off. I actually loaded up my hunter class the other day, and it threw me straight into this Dares of Eternity. This is a mode that's attached to the 30th anniversary of Destiny 2. I'm not sure how long it's going on for or anything like that, but it's a good fun mode. There's some good reward attached to it, and if you do buy the 30th anniversary DLC, there's more reward that you can get. So for returning players, you'll get to learn this mode right away before you go to the tower, and you'll just continue from wherever you left off. Okay, so what is the goal in Destiny 2? So you're a brand new player, sort of like myself. You're loading up Destiny 2 for the first time. Obviously, you got some quests to complete, but what is the goal? Well, this game is an RPG. So once you completed some of the early quests and you've got the gist of the story and you completed some of the storyline, there's going to be a lot of content to cover. And your aim is basically to improve your gear, improve your level, and get to a point where you can take on the game's tougher content. So as I said at the start of the video, you will be starting off with some of the early content, some of the like quest line. You're going to be unlocking your abilities and whatnot. And if you come to your quest menu, which it will explain to you how to get there, you've got all these quests here. So right now you're going to be focusing on New Light and Beyond Light. This is the current expansion, but on February 22nd Witch Queen is released, which is a new DLC, and there's going to be a Witch Queen quest as well. So now is a great time to get back into the game or to start the game, to make sure you're all caught up and up to date before that DLC lands. So basically you're going to just be wanting to work on these campaigns here. The Beyond Light campaign is going to unlock all your like stasis abilities and all of that sort of stuff, and the New Light. So just complete these. These are going to open up more quests, and they'll just make sure that everything gets unlocked. You can actually view all your quests from this top tab here. There's some seasonal events as well that you can get stuck into. You've got some playlists, and there's some exotic quests as well. Now these are just going to all unlock as you go and as you follow the quest lines. If you want to, and I would advise doing this right now, you can look at past quests as well. These past quests are from past DLCs, and what Destiny 2, as we mentioned at the start, they will kind of end content. There's a lot of campaigns that were originally on the game that are no longer here, and we are losing a campaign in February when Witch Queen comes, and I think it's the Forsaken campaign, and that is free to play right now. So do click on the past, have a look at these quests. quests. These are all dotted over the map. I've already completed them, and now I've kind of got like the end game sort of quests from them. But I highly recommend doing these, especially if you're new to the game, because these are going to get you into it and get you used to the mechanics and everything. So definitely go through the past quests as well. Although the reward isn't that good. So if you're a returning player or making a new character, you probably don't need to do the past. Now, moving on to your level and your gear, this is also, as we've said, the goal. You know, you want to get your level up, you want to get your gear up. We're going to quickly explain now how all this works. But before we do, one of the quests you do want to focus on as soon as you load up the game, whenever it is, whether it's now or in the future, you want to unlock this artifact right away. It'll be really easy to do. Right now in Season 15, the quest is called Cocoon, I think. And once you complete that, you get your artifact. You can put that straight on, and you can start leveling it up right away. I actually made a mistake with my Warlock. I didn't do this, and I've missed a lot of levels in the process. So make sure it's the first thing that you do as soon as you can, really. I'm pretty sure you can do it as soon as you turn on the game, pretty much. So, light level. You can see here, sorry, that my power is 12.94. When you start the game, I'm not sure where that is, but how light level works is there's a soft cap, there's a hard cap, and there's a pinnacle cap, and I'm going to explain that all to you. So while you're going through these quests and getting to the end of the game, and not really the end of the game, but completing some of the like earlier quest lines or whatever, the campaigns, you don't need to worry too much about it. You're not going to be increasing this too much. But once you're at a position where you're like, okay, I want to increase my power level now and get better gear, you're going to move on to weeklies and weekly bounties, and you're going to be improving this light level a lot. So I'm currently at 12.94. This changes every single season too. This season currently that the soft cap is 12.70. The hard cap, as they call it, is 13.20, and the pinnacle cap is 13.30. So you're aiming to get your gear up to the pinnacle cap of 13.30. I'm going to explain how to do that. Now, it's highly advised that when you're ready to grind and get this number up, that you just want to do public events. And if we head over to Earth and go to the Cosmodrome, you can see public events on the map of this icon here. You can go to any planet that you want and you just get rare gear. But before you hit the soft cap at 1270, all this gear will help improve your score. And it's uncapped in a way in terms of how often you can do it in a week. Where if you do like weekly bounties or whatever and complete the weeklies, they will get you up quicker. But for the very first week of playing, you don't want to go straight to them. We'll talk about them in a minute. But when you're ready, just grind these public events until you do hit the soft cap. And as I said, right now that is 1270. So once you get this power level to 1270, you are then ready to take on the weeklies. And the weeklies look like this. I don't think you actually unlock them like straight away. You do need to get a little bit into the game, but you'll notice these like yellow sun icons. That means there's weekly events available at those locations. So let's just quickly click on the tower. I've already completed my weeklies for this week, but you'll have one over Commander Zavala. He gives you a weekly, and all you got to do with him is complete 8 of his bounties. So you'll go and buy his bounties, and he strikes. So you basically complete strikes by completing those bounties, and once you completed it, you'll get your weekly off of him. Banshee also has one at the tower, so again, you have to buy bounties from him, complete those bounties. Once you've completed 8 bounties for Banshee, you go back to him after they've all been handed in, and he gives you a weekly reward. And you've got one from Lord Shaxx as well. This is the Crucible, so the PvP part of the game. Again, just buy bounties from him, complete 8 bounties that week, hand them all in, go back to him to get your weekly reward. So just a quick look now at what this actually looks like. We're just going to Commander Zavala here, and they're just here when you interact with him. They're right here, bounties. Now, there's only 4 that show, and then you can get additional. The maximum you can buy a day, I believe, is 9 of them. You might be able to buy more once all completed, but you can hold at once 9. So normally I just buy all of those 4, and I'll keep on buying the additional one until I can't buy any more. I'll have 9 bounties on me then. And we just have a quick look. So if we're doing strikes for Zavala, you can see you got to defeat enemies with precision damage. Easy enough. Defeat enemies and strikes with any sword. What's great about this game, it is very, very straightforward. There's nothing too difficult really at this stage. And like you can see, just fusion rifle kills, champion kills. It can all happen naturally while you're playing. So there's a few more, like with Banshee, he will will require you to get so many kills with a weapon without dying and stuff like that. But it's very, very straightforward. And again, once you've completed all of these bounties for Zavalar in a week, you completed 8 and you've handed them in. What I mean by handing in a bounty, if you go to your quests, your bounties will all be added here. I've got a couple of active ones now. Once you fill them out, you just click claim, and you just got to claim all 8, go back to Zavalar, and he will have a reward for you. And that will be like your weekly hard reward or pinnacle reward, whatever is attached to that weekly. So this is what you really want to focus on when you do hit the soft cap, because this is the only way that you're going to get to the hard cap. And this is what one looks like that I haven't completed. So you can see here, we were basically just going on Eternity. This is currently an event that's active. And we've got weeklies on this. We've got the Grasp of Avarice dungeon. If you've got this DLC, I think it's the 30th anniversary edition, and we've got the Dares of Eternity, which we spoke at the start. Now, I've already completed the weekly for that. We've had a look at the dungeon now. This is what you're looking at. So you're looking at the weekly challenge. You can see that for this challenge, if I complete this just one time, I get some pinnacle gear. So this one gives me pinnacle gear. If we head over to Vanguard and look at the strikes, this Nightfall will give me pinnacle gear for getting 100,000 points in that event. But then if we go to Crucible and have a look at this Survival Weekly, it gives me powerful gear. So these are the two things that you're going to be looking for once you hit 1270. The powerful gear weeklies and the pinnacle gear weeklies. If you see legendary gear, these are going to be no good for you in increasing your light level. So legendary is only going to get you up to 1270, whereas the powerful gear and pinnacle gear will then take you all the way up to 1320 this season. But once you hit 1320, even the powerful gear will become redundant, because you can only then go for pinnacle gear to get from 1320 to 1330. And I hope I've explained that quite well. So again, a very, very quick recap. You're starting the game, complete all your quest lines. When you're ready to grind and reach the higher light levels, focus on weeklies. Any that you enjoy, really. Powerful and pinnacle weeklies are your friends, so make sure that you focus on them. But when you do get to 1320 light level right now, you can only use pinnacle gear to get to 1330. But this is going to change every season. When the Witch Queen lands next month, you are going to be given another cap, and you will have to upgrade your gear again to get to that new cap. Now, we are going to go on to seasons, but quickly before I do that, one of my top tips is with the Ghost, okay? So we're going to be discussing gear and what the best roles are going to be to have on this gear and everything about gear in a different video, because I didn't want to overwhelm you in today's video. As I said, I want to keep it very, very basic. But one thing that you can do just to help you grind and to get your level up is go to your Ghost. So find an exotic Ghost. You'll probably get these very, very easily. And you go into details as soon as you can. I highly advise that you masterwork this. And by masterworking it, you just keep upgrading it until you get to level 10. So my Ghost is level 10 right now. But why I'm advising to do this is because if you've got some mods, which we'll discuss in a minute, you can put some mods on that is going to make you grind a little bit easier. So the first slot here, I can increase my XP gains rather, and this will obviously make my level go up faster when I'm completing bounties every week. So I'll throw one of these on. This one here, you can find caches, or like the tech caches within a range, if that's something you want to do if you're out in the open world and you're looking for loot. You've got this one here that's going to increase your glimmer gains if you want to. So if you're a bit short on glimmer, you can throw one of these mods on and that's going to go up a bit quicker for you. So there's some other mods you can put on as well. And this last one here, I've actually got this attached right now because I was doing Crucible the other day. But precision final blows in the Crucible have a chance to award an enchantment prism. So you can basically mod your Ghost to whatever activities you're doing to try and increase the reward in them. But the main thing I wanted to discuss was this additional XP. If you are looking to increase your season level or just get more XP from your bounties, this is a great thing to throw on here. You can actually go all the way up to 12%, I think, but that will expire at the end of the season. And one more thing I didn't mention, actually, if you are looking for certain types of loot as well. I think it's on the 3rd mod here. Yeah, here we go. So if I was to throw this mod on, armor pieces with random stats you acquire will have a guaranteed minimum of 10 mobility. So what you're able to do there, if you're looking for mobility, discipline, recovery, whatever it is that you're focusing on, you can throw one of these mods on and the loot that drops has more chance of having that stat at a higher roll for you. So this is something I'm going to get into in another video, like I said, with how armor works, the sort of roles you're going to be looking for and stats or whatnot for each character. But this is the Ghost is definitely something you want to look at early days, along with this artifact. The artifact you're going to want to level up, because when you do reach that pinnacle cap of 1330 in season 15, this will keep on increasing your light level, and I believe it's uncapped. So as you keep getting XP for your artifact, your light level will keep on increasing. You can see I've currently got a power bonus of +7. Without this artifact, I'd still be on 1287. So definitely worth getting. Make sure you're leveling this up. And we're going to move on now to seasons. So we are currently on season 15, which is Season of the Lost. I've got 45 days left of this, and I'm sure this looks very familiar if you played any game that has any sort of battle pass on it. You just got to earn XP, and you're going to get unlocks as you go throughout the season. It's very generous. The best way to get XP is by the bounties, as we've already discussed. I always make sure I do my Vanguard, my Crucible, my Banshee, and my Gambit. They're really easy bounties to do. You get a ton of XP for them. Set your Ghost up as well. You get even more XP, and you'll unlock levels very, very easily. And the max level is 100. You're going to get a lot of loot for doing this. You're going to get a lot of engrams. Certainly worth doing, and a season's only going to cost you around about £8 to £9 in UK money. You can see I've got something to claim there, so every time you go up a level you're going to claim it. Now what this also does is give you some seasonal challenges as well, which will give you extra XP, and you're going to unlock the season pass bonuses as you go through this as well. The quicker you can get to season level 100, the better, because you'll get all of these unlocked. And yeah, you have about, I think it's 2 to 3 months to complete each season. Now, one reason I wanted to discuss seasons is because there is one tip that I want to tell you early on, and that is as we approach the end of this season and we go into season 16, and that's going to obviously bring the new DLC, the Witch Queen. It's going to be a big change to the game when it happens. That's February 22. With your bounties, a very good thing you can do is you won't need no more XP because you're at season level 100, say, and you're not looking for any more gear because you're already at the pinnacle cap. Just complete bounties and save them. So if we come to my quest tab again, where you can see the bounties go, you are limited to how many you can hold, but once you complete these bounties, rather than come and claim them when you're at this point, leave them there. When the season does switch over from 15 to 16, come back on, get your artifact, and then claim them. You're going to get all of the XP from any bounties that you can save up at the end of a season, and it's going to give you a huge boost on your award track for the next season. And you can probably get to, I don't know, level 10 to 20 very easy in just a couple of minutes doing that to give you a kickstart. Another tip of the season pass as well, when a new season starts, as I said, your light level will increase again, so you are going to have to do that whole powerful and pinnacle gear to get your light level to pinnacle cap again. What you can do with the season rewards, say, let's find a gear piece. It does reward you like gear pieces and weapons. You can see here there's a weapon. So when I'm able to claim this, rather than claim it when I'm at the lesser light level, so say I am currently on 1294, I can wait until I reach my pinnacle cap of 1330. This will be increased in Witch Queen, but I can reach that pinnacle cap and then claim the weapon. This weapon will claim at the level I am at. So that will save me upgrading it if I like it. So let's say I get this weapon now when I'm a lower level, I'm going to have to upgrade that weapon with me as I go. But if I wait and claim it when I'm at the pinnacle cap, it'll already be there. So that's another top tip for how you can basically claim these season rewards. And quickly, before we move on to the end of the video, one question that a few people might have around seasons and how when a new season comes as a new light level is what happens to my old gear. So with your old gear, Destiny 2 has a great system, okay? So let's just say I'm at the pinnacle, I'm still working towards that, but say I'm at 1330 now and I have this weapon here, the Cold Front, which I really, really like. It's also a 1330. New season comes and a new cap is, say, 1350. I don't know what it's going to be, but let's to say it's 1350. This is then going to be 20 levels short, and you might think it's trash. Well, what Destiny do, they do a great thing where I haven't got a higher one, but as you start a new season and you get gear that is a higher level, all you do is go into the details of this cold front and you're able to infuse that gear. Okay, so it does cost some resource, but it's easy enough to get, and if you infuse it into it, basically that level's added on. So I haven't got anything better right now, so my cold front is the highest at 1882, but in a new 1282, but in a new season I will get better items, and I might get a 1290 item. Say I just come and infuse it, and once I did that, the cold front would be 1290. So do watch. I'm not going to cover gear that much in this video, as I said, but do watch what gear you get. And if you do get some gear or weapons that you really like, favorite them. Don't get rid of them, and you can always up them to whatever light level that you need them to be in the future. So don't get rid of them because the level's too low or anything like that. So what is there to do when you get to the pinnacle cap? You've done the grind, you've got to 1330 on the current season. Well, at that point, you are ready to take on the game's toughest content, and you do want to work on your builds. And some top tips right now before the future videos is, while working on the builds, still grind those weeklies out, because those weekly pinnacles and even powerfuls, even though they're going to be lower, are going to be your best option of getting the best loot. And you want to get loot to make, you want to get the loot to make the perfect build. And even if it is a lower light level, as just discussed, we can bring that light level up, so it's not a problem. So grind your builds out, have a quick Google of what sort of builds are required for the certain activities you want to do, and work towards that. I'm hoping to have future videos to help you. But one thing right now that you're going to want to do is always check Banshee, and I forget the name of the other person. We'll go and have a look at them in a minute, but they sell mods every single day. These reset every day. So you can see right now, today, Banshee is selling a sprint grip and a radar booster. Some mods will make this game very easy, and the mods are so important. So make sure we're looking at these mods, and if you see ones that you feel is going to be good for you and beneficial to you, buy them. You want to grind out those mod components, and you're going to want to buy any mods that you feel are useful. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the best mods are in the game, but again, if you join our Discord community, they will let you know for ones that you got to keep an eye out on. And they say that Ada is the one that sells the best ones. So this is the other person that sells mods. Make sure you're coming down and checking Ada as well. Today, they're selling something that I already own, and they've also got the Swift Charge there. So auto rifle loader and Swift Charge. These reset every single day, so make sure you're checking the mods, because you're not going to want to miss some of the overpowered mods that do go on sale. They're going to be must-haves. And finally, you're going to want to keep an eye out for this guy. This is Xur. Currently, this is part of the Dares of Eternity, and you can come in and get bounties from him or whatnot. But he will appear around the map every single weekend. And if you find him, it sells you exotic items. It's as simple as that. You can buy exotic engrams off of him, you can buy exotic items off of him, and you do want to check what he has on sale. It's how I've kind of like got most of my exotics so far, and he sells some very good ones. So every Friday, I believe, is when he kind of goes live, and then he'll end on the Sunday or the Monday. And if you're in our Destiny community, you can find out the exact location of him every single weekend. So always check out him to help improve your gear. And that brings us to the end of this beginner's guide to Destiny 2 in 2022. I wanted to keep it very brief, but at the same time get some tips across to you. Just to conclude, complete quests, get your light level up to the pinnacle cap, and then work on your builds. Once you've got the right build, you can then link up with others. You can complete dungeons, you can complete raids, you can complete grandmasters. That is your end goal of this game. That's where all the best loot is locked behind. So to get that better loot, you're gonna want to do grandmasters, raids, and dungeons. So that's the point you want to get up to. There's also so much more to the game, so many quests to go through. You've also got like loads of little challenges that you can complete as well if you want to go that in depth. There's so much to unlock in terms of banners and cosmetic wise as well. Cosmetics, it's so vast. Now going forward, I am going to have some more guides. I'm hoping I want to get to a point myself where I'm happy to explain everything to you. I'm currently working on my hunter and my warlock. I'm going to be starting a titan today, and when I'm happy at a point with each of those characters, I'll be doing a video guide for each character to tell you what sort of builds to aim for for that tough content. So that's what I'll be working on next. I'm working on some like talent videos as well. There's a lot of talents on weapons that you got to look at, and I currently still don't know what the best talents are, so I'm going to find all that out and get a video out for you. So when you do get comfortable with the game and you get to end game and you're not a beginner no more, I'm hoping to have videos for you that are going to help you on to the next steps. If you did enjoy the video today, again, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to support it. Make sure you check out that community. It's linked at the top of the video description. And until next time, thank you for watching this today. Stay safe and peace out.